how do we think about individual competence of an economic development professional? What are the areas that should tell us as individuals and should demonstrate to others that we are competent in the work that we do? So what I thought us to in this video is to talk about 5 areas that I think we should really contemplate when we're trying to demonstrate our competence to ourselves and to others. So the first is understanding the flow. By understanding the flow, I'm talking about the entire uh, development sector. Where do we fit in all of the sector as a whole? So what are the things that are happening at our level, at our function level, that impacts the program level, the country level, the whole development sector? So because each of us, no matter what the position is, we're contributing to the understanding of how to do development better. So if we have the clarity on where we fit in all of that grand scheme of things, then we are potentially on the way to competence, and we'll be able to demonstrate that we're competent because we know how we fit. The other area is rather than take a back seat, and by back seat I mean you have a role, you have a position, you have the TOR of that position, and you just tick off the TOR of that position without really extending that role to influence the way your intervention, your program, your sector, your specialist area contributes to the overall objective of economic development. I think if we begin to be active in the way we think about our role and how our role contributes, we're likely to do a lot more research. We're likely to be a bit more engaged, and potentially that will lead to us delivering our particular role a lot better than we're doing it. And by that, we'll be able to demonstrate the competence that we have in delivering this job that we do. Knowledge, the idea that you have a comprehensive knowledge of not only your technical expert area, but the overall sector. You understand what's happening in the sector, you understand the latest approach, you understand how that applies to you, you understand how that applies to the technical area that you work in, and how that applies to the organization that you work for, the program that you work for. And I think that understanding and continuously seeking to develop one's knowledge across all of those elements, I think will definitely demonstrate the level of competence that we have, and it will tell us as individuals that we are indeed competent because you're very aware of all of the things that's happening, and you're continuously building your knowledge of what's happening in the sector that you work in. The other areas that I thought is really important in terms of competence is visualizing the growth trajectory of our career. So you're a professional at the field level. How does that, what is the trajectory that you have visualized in your mind? And how does all of that connect? If you understand the steps in which your position and how that rises to the top of the sector, I think with that, you are able to demonstrate to people that not only do you know of the sector, you understand how everything works within the sector. And that demonstrates to you yourself that you are a competent economic development professional. This I like, anticipate, not improvise. So the idea is to actually plan things out. So as an economic development professional, you should have a plan. You should have a plan that takes you from the current position that you have to the next position. You should have a plan about getting knowledge on your technical areas, professional development in your technical areas, and understand the country that you work in, the program that you work in. All of that will certainly lead to greater competence. Because if you combine your knowledge and you have a plan in place, so you anticipate how people, the sort of questions people may ask you, how people may relate with you because of the position that you're in, and how to navigate all of that, you will demonstrate competence to yourself and to others. The other related point is to focus one's professional development. So your professional development depends on you and nobody else. And that development should be focused on the growth trajectory that we talked about. So if you visualize exactly how your career will evolve, if you can see it, then the work that you need to do is to continuously fill your knowledge and capacity gap for each level of the growth trajectory. And I think these are ways that we can begin to demonstrate competence to ourselves and to others. Because by doing all of these things, by thinking in this way, the entire organization that we work for, our team members, and even ourselves, which is actually more important, will begin to believe that we have a role to play, and the role is very impactful, and this will help our career going forward. I hope you agree with me, but if you don't agree with me, please leave your opinion in the comment section below so we can discuss this and help each other do development better. Thank you for watching. See you next time.